Tomatoes are notorious for turning into a bit of a jungle if they're not kept up and pruned. Start by following your main stem up and look for anywhere you see a new vine forming at a 45-degree angle to that main stem. These are called suckers, and they should be pruned off first in order to have your plant be as efficient as it can be. By pruning off the suckers, you're helping your tomato plant to become more efficient by allowing it to redirect its energy into developing the fruit and not more vines. Pruning your tomato plants also allows for increased airflow between the leaves of a single plant, as well as between two different plants that are side by side in a row. By getting rid of sucker vines and old branches of your tomato plants, this increased airflow will allow for a decrease in disease risk for your tomato plants. Tomato plants are pretty susceptible to fungal diseases like blight that thrive on a lack of airflow, so pruning them in this way can help them to stay alive for longer. Tomatoes can get pretty heavy as they're developing, and this extra weight could cause that plant to flop over or even have their branches break off if they're not supported with some kind of a structure. And this is why you need to give them some kind of a trellis in order to give them that support. There's lots of different ways that you can support and trellis your tomato plants. The method I've been using for the past couple years actually combines two ways in one. As the main stems of my vines get tall, I wrap them around a plastic-coated metal stake that's already been driven into the raised bed that they're in. As I wrap them, I tie them to that main stake with some plastic plant tape. And I combine this method with what's traditionally called as the Florida weave, where I take some string and weave it back and forth between those supporting poles and the main stems of my tomato plants to give them some extra support as they grow. I hope you use these tips, and happy growing!